Hi everyone, welcome back to JP WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good weekend. This is my match reaction, the full-time thoughts, the West Ham 2, Liverpool and Anthony Taylor 2. Apologies guys, there's a few technical issues which have meant this video's gone up a little bit later today than it originally was planned. I did a Windows update and that seems to screw this freaking Elgato stream deck up. So I'm going to have to do it back to manually, and also there's a few other technical issues which you'll see in this next screen in a minute. But as always guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys. And as you can see for the icon that's up here, if there's any Liverpool fans watching as well, you can also go and purchase some really nice retro gear, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts in your respective club colours even made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they are currently supporting over 60 separate food banks as of the time of this recording. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to your respective club shop if there's any Liverpool fans watching, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. I've changed these things up a little bit, guys. So this is the starting 11 that David Moyes had put out. So as you can see, we've got some retro gear here coming up. the last season at the Bowling shirts, using lineup 11, which I've never used before, and this is one of the reasons why I've never used it before. I've had some technical issues because I've been trying to get that colour to match properly, and it just hasn't. It just stands out as a mile, but it doesn't matter. Most of you guys listen rather than watch. Well, some of you listen, a lot of you here, as my videos about David Moyes have proven. But anyway, this is the starting 11 that was put out against Liverpool. Areola coming back in goal, as I predicted in the preview. Emerson, Ogbonna, Zuma and Soufal making up the back four. Alvarez and Souček in the defensive midfield positions, with Kudus, Paquetá and Bowen making up the attacking midfield positions, with Antonio up front. Now, a very, very, very good starting 11 as far as I'm concerned. The best we could possibly do. As I said in the preview, the players have had a week off. There's no excuses whatsoever. Liverpool weren't great. Not gonna lie, Liverpool weren't great. We weren't exactly brilliant either. We were hardly at the races for a lot of the game. But at the same point, guys, I really, really do think we did put a decent shift in. For example, Liverpool had their chances. I know, yes, okay, they had 28%. They had 28 shots on at goal in comparison to what was our 11 or 12, I think it was. But this is the difference, right? This is the difference. Both this, as far as I'm concerned, this game is a tale of two goalkeepers. Both goalkeepers made 6 shots. Sorry, made 6 saves. Both teams had 8 shots on target. Granted, Liverpool's second isn't a goal, isn't a shot from them in any shape or form, which we'll come on to. But I thought we started well. I was very happy with a lot of the performance. Bowen made a good shot, albeit right to the keeper. Was it 11, 12 minutes in, if I remember correctly. We had some good chances with it, but the goal itself from Bowen on the 43rd minute. Don't get me wrong, we defended very well in the first half. Really, really, Zuma made some fantastic clearances. He really, really did. Everybody was working together. It does show. I know it's not 100% reason for it, but it does show, if you don't play for a week, how energized the players can be most of the time. Now, but yeah, we scored from a corner, if I remember correctly. Kudus with a great ball over to Bowen, and there's a cheeky little dink into the back of the net. And as I'm sure you guys have read, it's his 20th goal in all competitions this season, 16 in the Premier League, on par, literally on par with Paulo Di Canio on 16 goals in the Premier League at this stage of the season as well, for that matter. His 200th appearance. He scored 60. It was his 60th goal in 200 appearances. Fantastic player, absolutely brilliant. Love him to bits. But yeah, we go in 1-0. And I do think, Soufal had an unbelievably good game. He kept a lot of the left-hand attack quiet. Now, this is the reason why I think where I think David Moyes went wrong with his tactics for the second half. personally, that was the one we could see the majority of the attacks were. Well, I mean, the majority of the attacks were coming down both wings. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, he should have changed it up for the right hand side, and this is for why, right? So, because obviously, as you can see from the animation here, Bowen was out on the right, and Antonio was leading the line throughout the majority of the game. You know, they were swapping and changing a little bit, but not too much. What should have happened is Bowen should have gone into the number 9 position, and Antonio should have gone out on the right. Because I guarantee, if that had happened, we'd still be a point anyway, to be honest with you. But at the same point, we could have come away with all 3 points, which we'll come on to in a minute. But I do think with having Bowen in that tactical position there, literally just going, could have made all the difference. Antonio could have absolutely Antonio could have absolutely just completely held the line, nullified the left hand attack down our right hand side. But you know, if and buts were candy and nuts, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, and the reason why I'm saying this is the fact that how we conceded that first equaliser in the 47th, 48th minute. I mean, don't get me wrong, a beautiful ball from Diaz to Robertson. You know, but Soufal had 2 chances in both games, in both halves, I should say, one in each, I should say. You know, really good save by Alisson, really good save. You know, Areola made some fantastic saves. In the second half, we were slightly more dominant. I don't care what Jurgen Klopp says, we were slightly more dominant. You know, Emerson had a good run at goal and missed an opportunity. You know, granted, Liverpool had their chances and missed it, which we're talking about as well. But the second goal could have easily been avoided, and I think it comes down to the lackluster nature between Antonio and Kudus just before the build-up to that. Because Antonio was making a great run past a great ball to Kudus. He wasn't paying attention properly, and it goes out. And you know, they're both thanking each other and all the rest of it. But they don't. They just walk about. And then Alisson clears the ball. In the second half, we were screaming, a lot of us in the Bobby Moore lower, because ball's in play. There was absolutely no reason for Antonio and Kudus just to stand still. That's right, Paquetá. And we were screaming for a little while, and then Paquetá started to do the run, you know, to put the goalkeeper under pressure. That's one of the reasons why we're not going to get European football this season, is we're not putting goalkeepers under the pressure when the ball's in play. Yes, when it's a goal kick, that's different, you know. But that's the reason why. What's his name? Old monkey boy from Spurs, Gareth Bale. You know, that cheeky goal that he scored years ago for Spurs. You know, he did the same thing. He ran the goal. The ball was in play. He ran the ball down. He got in the way of the goalkeeper. He was onside, and he scored the goal. Our attackers need to have that same sort of tenacity. That's how you secure yourself European football. But we'll talk about that at the end of the season, which is basically 3 weeks away. But yeah, so this was the problem. If we'd have done this, I should say. There we go. If we'd have done that, yeah, we would have had a better chance. I really do. Having said that, the second equaliser, you know, Antonio scores a fantastic goal from a beautiful ball from Bowen. Really good. Inch perfect for him. Alisson just stands there because he knows he's not getting it. He just watches it. You know, and you can argue that's how Robertson scored his goal, because you just stand there going, "Oh look, there's a football." Zuma, Ogbonna, to a lesser extent Paquetá and Alvarez just not getting involved in the first Liverpool goal. The second one is a typical. It can only happen to West Ham. It really can only happen to West Ham. The Liverpool corner comes in. Right, I've watched the extended highlights, but I was able to get a bit more of a clearer view, because obviously it happened on the other end of the pitch in comparison to where we are. Yeah, ball comes in. Alvarez clears it, if I remember correctly, but it jumps back down to whoever it is, and then it goes to Ogbonna. It gets a deflection off Ogbonna, gets a deflection off Souček, who's on the line, and a slight, and I mean slight, by the look at the multiple replays of it, a slight deflection off Areola's arm as well, for that matter, and it's 2-1 to Liverpool. You know, but as I say, you know, Antonio's equalising 12 minutes later was brilliant. Really shows the fact that they are. I don't, what everyone's going, oh, they don't care. It's the end of the season. There's nothing to play for. Bullshit. We wouldn't have got the point otherwise if that's the players' mentalities. I always say when it comes to the game, you play to win the game. Simple as that. When people say, oh, there's nothing to play for, there's everything to play for. Yeah, you play to win. That's what you play to. You play for pride. You play for dignity. You play for the people that are spending their hard-earned money. And to a lesser extent, the boys did that yesterday, and I was very, very impressed with it. What I'm not impressed with was Anthony Taylor and the officials. Yeah, they got the offside rule, offside decision right. It took 10 times longer than it did for us to check it. One of the guys who's got his seat in front of me. Yeah, he's a good lad. I don't know who he is, but I know who he is, but I don't know his name and stuff. You know what I mean? But he showed, we've been getting along for quite a few years in front of us, and he showed the picture that obviously was done on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, before the lines were drawn, before the decision was made. We looked at it and went 3 seconds. Yeah, he's offside. Bam. It's like there. So he's that much of his body, that line of his body offside. Therefore, it is offside. Not the fucking toe that Coventry City had in the FA Cup semi-final against Man United. Yeah, I'm going off topic even. So, but yeah, Taylor was just useless, absolutely terrible. Zuma went to discuss something with him about a foul and instantly got a yellow card because he was probably telling him he was being a prick. But yeah, it was just his decisions were, and granted, we were in over the last minute of added time in the second half, but we were having corner after corner, and he decides to blow up while we still got a corner for full time. Now, what the referees need to understand is, yes, we're not going to keep repeating it, but it's minimum added time, not maximum added time. Minimum added time. What should have happened is we were on the ascendancy just right at the dying death of that game. We really, really were. I'm not saying we would have scored, but it should have been. If there's a corner, it's still an attack. It's the time should be played. The only time the whistle should be blown is if there's a foul and the goalkeeper clears his line and it's a full time. Yeah, that's the way it should be. It's the way it should be. It's unfair for to be in the middle of attack and blow up for full time. This is what we're saying about corruption with referees and VAR and all the rest of it. VAR was perfect yesterday, as far as I'm concerned. Took longer than it should have done, but it is what it is. But guys, I did come out of that game thinking, and I'm sure most of you guys is, did we deserve to win that game? No, but we could have done. We really, really could have done. If that own goal hadn't happened, I don't think we would have lost that game or draw that game for that matter. So I do, from that point of view, I do think that it is 2 points dropped. I really, really do. Now, it's very, very rare that I say that, but I do genuinely think that was 2 points dropped with that. But guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking. Thank you very much for sticking around for this length of time. I really, really do appreciate it. I really do try and keep these small as short as possible because I know you guys have got attention spans of a bloody gnat. But we just have to look at the analytics. Nobody really watches these videos over than 3 minutes. So I don't know why. But if you have made this far, I love it. And thank you to everybody that's subscribed over the last week. It's been brilliant. You've been superb. You really, really have. And long may it continue because, a lot of hard work goes in. Like it is with all other channels, a lot of hard work goes into these videos. So, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I would normally be putting the preview for the Chelsea away game. I would normally be putting that up on Friday lunchtime, but I won't be able to film it on Thursday because I'm actually out watching at the London Palladium to watch Al Murray and the Pub Landlord. So it will go out at some point on Friday or maybe even Saturday. I don't know yet. I haven't really, because obviously Chelsea's play on Thursday night. I was hoping to be able to do the recording straight after that, but it just clashes, unfortunately, I've been waiting to watch Al Murray for about 20 years, so Chelsea can wait, quite frankly. But in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you very, very soon. I'm going to try and do some other content as well. Maybe put something up on Tuesday. Who knows? But yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. All the best now. Take care.